From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
No. Quick edge. Go. Tight dog. Alert. Go.
Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And this one is right down the middle. And the lead moves to 10-zip. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, we're good. Gun. I got it. Go. 57 to mine. 57.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Third down, Dalvin Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 68 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. They start the drive with Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. On 2nd down, Cook. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. Cousins gives way to Cook. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll indeed for it. It's Cousins looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Cousins. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. play of the half. Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, as time expires in the first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Bailey. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. That'll be complete to Cook. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Cousins on target to Diggs. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. From the red zone now, Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. So a give to Cook out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hatchet, Hatchet. He's crashing. He's to
throw is Wilson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Anthony Barr picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. Check 3. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Hey, check 24, check 24.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Third and long, it's Wilson. Anthony Barr able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Sherrills. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
What's tight? Tight ends right. What's tight? Tight ends right. Hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Cousins on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Cousins. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
61, matchbox lights.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Carson. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
Check, check. 14, got it.
Check 52. Switch.
Hey, look. Run left.
Wilson to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
He's coming.
Good.
He'll look to throw. On the move to his left. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
What we got? Check safety. Whip. Watch the whip.
14.
Check.
36 power.
Alert 3. Check.
There.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Good.
Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's go.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Slam.
First and 10 at the 38-yard
Get
line.
one. Check. Lucky. Shit. Check 3. Kill. Switch.
Good, guys. Go down.
Comes to me, it's me.
One left.
54. Mike, 54.
Now Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Rolling to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down.
55. You better be afraid of me.
Let's go.
One last shot for Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he gets it down to the 32. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.
fit to be the boss, let me find out my team.